What's going on, everybody? It's what's Central here, aka Gal Lightning, aka Gal Plus on here. And I did back with a video. We're back with another video on this channel. It's gonna be another random talk video. I haven't done these in a long time. I figure when I do a random talk video, just so, um, we get something on the channel because I'm kind of bored at this point, and plus I am, I just want to get this out there real quick. And plus, on top of this, I figure it's very important for me to talk about because this is like my third time buying a brand new controller, and if you guys already know my history when it comes to buying new controllers and all type of stuff, um, they have not been great when it comes to buying brand new controllers. For example, if you guys know my history, becomes with my first ever like $200 plus the controller I bought was a Scuff controller, and then within a week, it got it got like a stiff drift, and it started messing up my game. And I ended up deciding one day to break it and started putting all my frustration on Twitter and all that type of stuff. And as you can see here, I still have the fucking thumbnail. I still have it on Twitter. It's on my Twitter, by the way. It's on my Twitter page, by the way. This was I posted. I said Rip Scuff controller. Rip Scuff. This was my first and only Scuff controller that I ever had, because I uh I spent over $200 at this Scuff controller, man. And looking back at it, man, I'm so glad that I actually kind of destroyed this because it had stiff drift within a week of me buying it, which I don't know why. I don't know why Scuff controllers or these expensive ass controllers always have stiff trips when it comes to these games, when it comes to the controller shit, and they charge you a lot of money for it. If you know what stiff trip means, it's basically your controller moves around so randomly and start to get out of control, and it just makes you, that's basically stiff trip. Basically, your controller moves around randomly while you're playing any other type of game, whether it's FPS game, any other games. And I was like, you know what? Screw it. Why not just destroy this, rip this Scuff controller and break it in half and post it on social media on Twitter? And it's still up on Twitter if you want to go see it. And then I decided to say, you know what? Why not buy another controller? And here we go. So this was my brand new controller that I made a couple of videos of talking about my brand new controller. I made a Fortnite video on it. I made an Apex video on it, talking about my the brand new controller that I have. And this was from a different company. Aim Control Company. Obviously, I bought this for like $200+ again, and I spent a lot of money on it. And I figured, you know what? Why not just buy another controller, but this time not from Scuff, from Aim Controllers, and they are a good company as well. They have a great design, of controllers. Same thing as Scuff too as well. Two great companies that really want to help you advance your games and all that type of stuff. I'm not sponsored by them. No, I'm not. But I really wish I were to. But still, you know what I'm saying? I bought a new Aim controller after the Skull controller incident happened. And then I talked about it. I did a video on it, a couple of videos on it. And then, within a week, once again, maybe about 2 weeks, I would say, it started to experience stiff drips once again. And my controller started to go out of control. And it was a waste of money. And I decided to just not, you know get in a controller or whatever. I was like basically done at this point. So I figured, you know what, I'm just done playing with $200 plus controllers. You buying it, and yeah, that's pretty much it. But then all of a sudden, I started coming to my mind when this controller was announced. I started saying, why not buy it again? And yeah, why not do it? And obviously, right here, as you see right here, um, this is like the box of a brand new controller that was designed by PlayStation. What I'm saying, it's got PlayStation symbol on it, right? It was this controller, So I figured since I have a fucked up Skull controller and I can't trust Skull no more, and since I had a fucked up Aim controller, I can't trust Aim controller to, Aim control, company no more. Mind you guys, real quick. I don't have no disrespect, no hatred towards Scuff controllers or Aim controller company. They make one of the best controllers in the world. They help out FPS people. They help out streamers who want to compete in so many ways. I do appreciate them for it. You know what I'm saying? Aim controller and Scuff controller, they're two good companies. One day I do get sponsored by them, but probably not because of because literally after the whole stiff trip happened, within a couple months after me buying the Skull controller, I destroyed it and posted on Twitter. So I don't know if they're ever gonna sponsor me for that one. Aim control. I decided to just box it up and keep it and made and then just well, actually I didn't box it, keep it. I ended up boxing it up and throw it away because it was just a waste of time. And then after that, I decided to just play with my PlayStation 4 at the time. Well, I decided to play with my PlayStation 5, regular $75 controller, and I didn't experience no stiff drift or none of that type of shit like ever. Like my regular, regular controller or PlayStation 5 controllers were fine as hell. They were really doing good and they were doing great. No, nothing bad happening. You know what I'm saying? Everything was just going perfectly um, with the whole entire regular, like regular, regular PS5 controller. And I was like, oh, okay, well, regular PS5 controllers, it's doing good and nothing bad happened. I experienced no steer drift. I had fun playing FPS games, any other games in general. But then I started to realize I just want to use the controller only for like gameplay walkthrough games and have like a specific controller I would use for FPS games and all that type of stuff. And shooting games in general because I want to separate my shooting game controller and the regular controller. The regular controller I want to use is for gameplay walkthroughs and all that type of stuff, and all that other type of stuff. That's for that only. And then for the other controller, I want to use for FPS games, shooting games in general, because I don't want to have to use both of the gameplay walkthrough games of the sac and gameplay. I want to use a controller that has evolves in like a gameplay walkthrough games along with the FPS game, both at the same time. Because let's be honest, I feel like I'm gonna mess it up somehow, and I feel like it's going to mess up, and that's why I figured why not just buy two controller? Why not just buy another controller that goes with the gameplay walkthroughs? They're gonna be like a gameplay walkthrough only controller, and have another controller that's just gonna be like a basically a shooting game controller. That a way that I won't experience much stick drift. That way, I'll just have these two controllers be safe. Have these two controllers be safety and all that type of stuff and be okay. Now, with that being said, and I know you guys are probably wondering, so what's this idea of this thing right here? Well, this is a PlayStation symbol right here, and the symbol's a lot. You know, what I'm saying I had a box that goes with it. It looks really good, and I figured, yeah, this is looking really good, but it's not just any box or any type of case. This is a case, obviously. It's a thing called this one right here. Bam. This is obviously the case of the PlayStation symbol, and this is called the PlayStation 5 Dual Edge controller. It costs $200, like literally $200. I'm not kidding. It costs like literally $200. This is a PlayStation 5 its own $200 controller. They made it on its own. This is not partnered by Scuf. This is not partnered by In Controller. PlayStation 5 really made this own controller around beginning of January of last year, beginning of January this year, I believe, or was it last year? I can't remember. But either way, it was during those years where PlayStation 5 made a huge announcement they was going to make their own $200 plus, $200 dual edge controller. And I figured, why not get this one? Because this one, I can't trust Scuff, I can't trust Aim Control, I can't trust two of them because I figure I might have a fucked up stitcher because of them. So I figured, why not go ahead and try this PlayStation 5, dual edge controller. Now you guys are probably wondering what this PlayStation 5 dual edge controller is. I will show you guys that, yeah, that you see right here. This is the dual edge, controller. Of course, you have the buttons all black and designs. You got the black colors in the middle. You got the buttons all blacked up and all type of stuff, making it so different and unique than the other regular put PlayStation 5 controllers. I got it. Obviously, you saw the beginning. You saw the case. That was the case of this big old case that involves the PlayStation 5 controller and all the other type of stuff. And it looks really clean. It looks really good. You know what I'm saying, with the case, and of course with this too as well, with the controllers and all that other type of stuff. If you look at down there, you see those little like I would say like a line down there, like a line that's like around the panels of control panels where you move around and all the type of stuff. Those are the FN panels. I'll see, you can see an arrow right there. Those are called the FN panels. Those are the panels that you can use to adjust your settings of your controller. That's right. In PlayStation 5, in this PlayStation 5 dual edge controller, you can adjust your your settings when it comes to playing specific games and all the other type of stuff. I'll show you guys that, and I'll show you guys all of that. Yeah, basically, you hold down with this FN control thing. It'll take you to like a screen to where basically what setting you want to put your controller in, like whether it be like a Call of Duty setting, Fortnite settings, or any other gameplay walkthrough setting, any of your favorite games you want to put like your specific settings on. You press that FN button like down there right by where you move the controls and all that type of stuff, and it'll tell you to adjust your settings and all that type of stuff, and then you'll see all that. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just want to point that out right there so that way y'all can understand it. Like I said, I'm not sponsored by PlayStation 5, but I really wish hopefully I get sponsored by PlayStation 5 when my channel get bigger enough. But hey, drop a like and subscribe. Maybe I can get a sponsorship by PlayStation 5. Who fucking knows at this point? But besides that, though, as you can see right here, this was the most interesting thing that I liked about PlayStation 5 dual edge controller. This controller has a adjusted settings just like a Sculpt controller, except that they made like kind of a little bit better. For example, as you can see those three lines there, you see that these are the lines that will adjust your panel, your L2 or R2 panels, and it'll give you like like three options to where you want to adjust your panels at. So basically, this adjustment is basically like if you go to the first line up there, was the longest line up there. It gives your back panels, the L2 or R2 panels, like adjusted settings to where like you could push down fully with the panel when you're like on the biggest line mark. You can push down the your L2 panels fully. If you go down to the medium line one, which is the second like longest line one, you push down your panels halfway. And if you go down to like your small panel line, it'll be like a mouse click, type of stuff. It's kind of like a Sculpt controller or like an ink controller. You know how people use Sculpt controllers and they make to adjust their R2 L2 settings. PlayStation 5 does that, but it gives you like three options. You could either have a fully pull down PlayStation 5 panel, or you can have your panel get pushed down halfway, or you have a mouse click with it too as well. And along with that too as well, you can have this panels, these little panels you have, put it back in your controllers and all type of stuff, and make adjustments from there, which is really really cool. Those panels we talk about, you can really like make some adjustments on the back of the panels and all type of stuff, kind of like Sculpt controllers and all type of stuff. But I'll let you get towards on that one. But nonetheless, though, as you see right here, this is the stick, stick sensitivity and all type of stuff. Basically, you can adjust your its sensitivity and all type of stuff when it comes to any of the games you're playing. You could have change your system, your system, controller settings and all type of stuff, and all the other type of stuff becomes your system activity becomes to moving around your stick handle, your right stick handle, or your left stick handle, and all that type of stuff. Um, it helps out so many things. Just your input settings when it comes to when it comes to the right stick and the left stick and all type of stuff. How you want you want it to be quick, fast, or a little bit slow and all that type of stuff. Obviously, if you go to sensitivity curve, the curve thing, it'll give you like a different settings of what you want. Besides default and all that, it can be quick, shapeless. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's pretty much it on the stick. They have the stick control sensitivity and all type of stuff, which is really cool. But there's more to it though. If you look right here, if you go to customize your buttons and all type of stuff, basically wherever buttons you want to put your buttons at, you'll customize it for you to put your buttons at and all that type of stuff. So you could put like L2, you could put the L2 button to the R2 button with the R2 buttons at, switch it around, or put the R2 button with the where the L2 buttons at, and you can switch buttons around, adjust your settings in the most good way, which is amazing. This is why I liked about PlayStation 5. This is why I bought it, because now you can like adjust your settings and all that type of stuff. And not to mention, you can use like the panels and all the other type of stuff. Uh, um, you use the panels and all the other type of stuff you use. to like the back panels and all that type of stuff. You can use that to adjust your setting too as well. Um, like you see the arrow I'm talking about. Basically, the back panels, like you know how skill controllers have back panels, so like where they have buttons to where they have like a triangle button on the back panels to adjust their settings, or like a like a like a circle button or an X button or whatever buttons they have to adjust their setting on the back panels. PlayStation 5 does the exact same thing to PlayStation 5 control dual edge controller does the exact same thing, like adjusting the panels and all type of stuff in the back and adjusting all that controller buttons and all that type of stuff in the most advanced way as possible. Of course, you can have settings, different settings of it depending on what game you have, and also you can adjust your headphones and your audios and all that type, your game chat audio, whatever, while being on the settings too as well, which is really cool. Um, and of course, if you see right here, these are the those are the circle buttons right down there. You see right there. If you see the little big circle buttons down there, those are the stick buttons. You want to change your sticks out and all that type of stuff to prevent stick drips and all type of stuff. So you take out the your stick you have right now, the regular stick you have right now. You take that out and you put the stick that's one of these circle buttons, one of those circle sticks you got right there, and put it on there to adjust your settings or to adjust the step drift and all that type of stuff. You can take both of them out. You can take one of them out. It doesn't matter. And you can put like some of like another stick on there and all that type of stuff. So for example, say if you want to take out the right stick panel part, you could just take it out, put one of those circle buttons on there, and then put it on there, and then that's pretty much it. Um, you can do the same thing on the left side too as well. I already talked about the FN is the panel button down there. Also, you could take the you can take some of the sticks out and all type of stuff, which make it so much awesome and interesting, and that makes it so cool and all that. Also, these are the back. There's two back panels on there. There's a little one that's a long back panel. You can use that to be like a to be like some sort of like a skull control type of thing. You'll help you on your settings and all the other type of stuff. And yeah, that would really be cool. And also on top of all this stuff, there's this big old square thing there. That's the charger thing. So basically, with the charger thing, you basically use this charger thing to where you basically it's like a charger holder. Basically, you put this USB C charger thing. You use that to like plug in. It's like a charger protector. You use like a USB US a USC USC. I see USB C to the I don't know what the controller link the charger is linked to and what comes of places of five chargers, but you use that type of charger. You use that charger holder. You basically have an unlock and lock button onto there. You use it to hold adjustments towards protecting your charger without getting hit and all type of stuff, without it breaking or getting loose and all type of stuff. So basically, that charger holder helps out with basically the whole entire when it comes to you charging up your PlayStation 5 to like a USB C cord. You use that, you plug it into PlayStation 5 PlayStation 5 charging cord, and and you can have an option to lock it or unlock it. That a way that you can protect your charger at all times, and that way you won't have to experience it breaking and all that type of stuff. So yeah, that's basically like a protector or charger holder. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I mean, I wanted to bring up a random video talking about this because moving forward, we are going to be using this brand new $200 PlayStation 5 controller. And I'm gonna tell you this right now: if this controller is fucked up and give me step trips and anything, well then 1 week, you know what I'm saying? Well then a fucking month or two, or not give me at least a year of this shit. I'm gonna knock on wood on that one because I hope and pray to God that this does not get fucked up as long as I don't drop it like a stupid idiot. But nonetheless, though, um, this is it right here. This is why I'm making this video right here, right now. I am tired and sick and tired of this shit. I'm sick and tired of buying $200 plus controllers. I bought $200 fucking scuff controller, $200 fucking in controller. I just bought now a $200 PS5 controller, At this point, I'm getting tired of shit. I'm getting tired of it. If this controller is a fuck up, I swear to right here to God, I'm never gonna buy another $200 ever again. I don't give a fuck how advanced it is. I'm never buying another $200 type of controller ever again. This is literally on his last leg. So, nonetheless, though, if y'all still confused on if y'all know anything about the PS5 controller and what it's all about, I'll link the whole entire. I'll link up to a channel. They'll tell you more information about the whole entire PlayStation 5 controller and what it's all about down below in the description down below. I just figured why not talk about it from my perspective and see how it is. Now, I'm not gonna change any settings of the whole entire controller because I don't want to fuck up the settings. I might as well keep it all default. The only reason why I bought the controller is because those line panels on the back, to where it like it'll make you give options to where if you want to have your L2 button to go fully go down all the way or halfway or have like a mouse click type of thing like a Skunk controller does and an aim controller does. But that's the only reason why I bought the Skunk controller, man. Anything else about the design and things kind of similar to like a regular PlayStation 5 controller, except that, the colors of the black colors all in the middle. So nothing too big deal. But hey, man, this is a $200 controller. So I'm just telling you right now, man, if this thing fucks me over with stiff chips and shit, and I have to change my fucking panels and shit, my left stick or right stick controller panels and shit, I'm be so furious. But hopefully that doesn't happen. And yeah, man, I'm probably gonna be talk about in a video about me using this cup controller and all type of stuff. Give you guys a heads up. And yeah, like I said, if you're still confused about the PlayStation 5 Scout controller type of thing, not PlayStation 5 Scout controller, PlayStation 5, dual edge controller, still confused about based on what I'm saying, I'll link a person to explain in a more simple way down below in the description down below so you can understand them probably a bit more better. But nonetheless, I figured why not put myself out there and to explain you guys what the PlayStation 5 dual edge controller is all about. Now, the question is, am I going to use this for FPS and gameplay walkthroughs? No. I recently bought another PlayStation 5 controller, brand new PlayStation 5 controller, brand new PlayStation 5 controller. It's a regular one, not a dual edge one. It's a regular one. I'm going to use that regular controller only for gameplay walkthroughs, and for this dual edge controller that I'm recording with, I am going to be using it for only FPS shooting games, and and that's it. That's it. The regular controller is going to be only for gameplay walkthroughs and maybe fighting games, yeah, or whatever if I ever do those. But nonetheless, though, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Thank y'all for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. Let me know down below in the comments down below if you guys are rocking with a Skull controller or an aim controller, or hell, if you guys are rocking with the PlayStation 5 dual edge controller. Let me know how y'all feel about that. Let me know y'all experienced it down below in the comments down below. Yeah, man, we're gonna use this one for only for FPS games, and we got a brand new regular $75 controller that has a red color in it, which is really cool. We're gonna be using that for gameplay walkthroughs and maybe fighting games in the near future. Yeah, I figured why not make this random video and just talk about it so that way you guys can see how I feel here. And also on top of all this though, I swear to God, man, I'm on my last leg. I'm on my last leg on this shit. If the PlayStation 5 dual edge controller is fucked up, it's giving me stiff drips and all this other type of bullshit, then I'm no longer gonna buy another $200 fucking controller because it's a waste of fucking money. If this is fucking dumb and shit, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, I had from some good time with the aim controller. I had some good time with the aim controller, as a good time with the Skull controller and all type of stuff. But still, the fucking goddamn uh those controller gave me a stiff trip within the first week. The aim control got me stiff dribbling in the second week, and then the worst part about the aim control is that my friends could barely hear me play the game when I have the aim control and all type of stuff. I was like, what the fuck is going on? So not only I'm experiencing stiff dribble when it comes to aim controller, but my volume got fucked up because of the microphone. Every time I try to plug in to use a microphone for like a controller for my aim controller, my friends would barely hear me. It would just fuck up the microphone. Like I said, the aim controller was kind of fucked up. The aim controller that I bought was so fucked up. The stiff dribble in the 2 weeks, and then every time I plug my headset into the PlayStation 5 for a microphone to talk to my friends, it fucks up the settings for me, and all type of stuff. I had no issue with that when it came to Scott control, except the stiff drip type of shit. When within 1 week of me buying it, all hell broke loose. So yeah, let's hope that PlayStation 5 does not do that, and hopefully it helps me out in so many ways. I'm not going to do no settings towards no PlayStation 5. I'm going to keep it as default. Like I said, the only reason I bought this is mainly because of the three line panels that I just explained and went over. So um, yeah, that's pretty much it, man. Like I said, if you got watching, leave like, subscribe, and yeah, another weird random video that I'm making. But I figured why not? Since I'm bored, can't make any other content right now. But nonetheless, though, man, thank you for watching, and as always, take care. I'm out. Peace.
To the ones that told me to quit, look at me now. I could be the greatest of all time. I know that I can do it, you just gotta let me try.